Happens when your best friend becomes your worst nightmare. This case will leave you questioning everything. In 2006, Tiffany Hall rushed into a hospital carrying a lifeless newborn, claiming a tragic premature birth. But when doctors wanted to examine her, she refused, raising suspicions. At the same time, the community was gripped by fear as a pregnant woman named Jamela Tunstall and her 3 young children went missing. As investigators dug deeper, they uncovered disturbing truths that no one could have imagined. By the end of this video, you'll be left wondering, what truly drives someone to commit such unthinkable acts? For starters, Tiffany wasn't exactly a newcomer in Jamela Tunstall's life. They had known each other since they were little, calling each other sisters even though they weren't related by blood. Additionally, both girls grew up in the same neighborhood in East St. Louis, Illinois, and had a lot in common. Most people who knew them described them as quiet and a bit introverted, often hanging out together and finding comfort in each other's company amidst the ups and downs of their challenging lives. And boy, did they have challenging lives. Jamela faced a really tough childhood, moving from one foster home to another while trying her best to stay in school. It wasn't easy for her at all, but through the difficulties, she found a sense of belonging with Tiffany. They became close friends, and Tiffany understood Jamela in a way that others didn't. Meanwhile, Tiffany had her own battles to fight. By the time she turned 14, she was already making headlines for all the wrong reasons. She had gotten into trouble with the law and earned the label of a juvenile delinquent for kicking her mother. Her home life was just as chaotic, filled with strict curfews and rules she constantly broke. It seemed like she was always butting heads with her family. In fact, Tiffany's mother, Beverly Cruz, once told the St. Louis Post-Dispatch that Tiffany was quite the handful. She even recounted a wild story about how Tiffany had set their kitchen on fire when she was a teenager. Yet despite everything, both Tiffany and Jamela stuck together, creating a friendship that felt unbreakable. And just like how they found solace in each other, they also shared the experience of becoming mothers. At 16, Jamela welcomed her first child, a son named Demond, in 1999, and then had 2 more kids, Ivan in 2003 and Janella in 2004. Although she struggled at times, like when she lost custody of her kids for disciplining her eldest son with a belt, she fought hard to reclaim her family. After taking parenting classes, she got her children back, determined to turn her life around. She even bought a car with her tax refund and enrolled in community college, aspiring to become a photographer one day. On the other hand, Tiffany's journey was equally tumultuous when it comes to parenting. Just like Jamela, she became a mother at just 16, welcoming her first child into the world, followed by a second baby shortly after. But her life took a dark turn in 1999 when she lost custody of her daughters. Authorities discovered alarming evidence of severe abuse against her 2-month-old baby, painting a heartbreaking picture of neglect. Witnesses recalled seeing the infant in Tiffany's arms, limp like a rag doll, which raised immediate concerns. The injuries sustained that day would leave lasting consequences, and by the time the little girl turned 7, she still relied on diapers and struggled to communicate, often speaking in sounds that